Oh boy, Sonic Origins is such a good game collection, I'm having a blast. Okay, I may have struck a nerve. Sonic Origins has not had a very smooth launch, to say the least. The game collection has supposedly had a lot of issues with bugs, glitches, and all kinds of unpolished mechanics. This has all resulted in another Sonic meltdown over the internet. So it's safe to say that a lot of people are very upset with Sonic Origins. Now with that said, I still think the collection is fantastic and is the definitive way to play the classic Sonic games. I know, it's a very hard pill to swallow, but this is truly how I feel. I've had nothing but a good experience with the game, and I've only really run into 2 glitches throughout my entire playtime of the game. I ran into one issue where Tails just kinda disappears off screen, and then I've also had some other issues with the collision detection in Sonic 3. But besides that, I've had a blast with Sonic Origins, and I still hold the same beliefs I had in the previous video. However, I'm not going to deny the issues that Sonic Origins has had post-launch, because even though I haven't experienced many issues, doesn't mean that the issues don't exist. And apparently, there's a ton of small issues that all add up to being upsetting to many players. But I don't really want to talk about the glitches that Sonic Origins has. I want to talk about the issue that goes much deeper than just Sonic Origins. This game collection doesn't feel like a broken mess or a disaster, because I believe a lot of the content in this collection is very well made. But one thing that is a little concerning is the implications of Sonic Origins. The game has a few bugs, nothing too terrible, but the fact that a game collection of games that have been released multiple times has bugs feels like Sega's not taking Sonic games seriously enough. And when I say Sega, I mean Sega in literal terms. If you take just one look at Sonic Origins menus, new additions, and animations, you can tell that this collection was made with a lot of love and care. But it also feels like those people who worked so hard on making this game collection didn't have enough time to finish it. The developers and artists who helped to make this collection become a reality are not lazy and are not incompetent. I see that phrase being thrown around a lot. Whenever a bad game comes out, everyone is always so quick to blame the developers for being lazy or bad at their jobs. But something that people need to realize is that the developers, most of the time, are not the villains. But the villains are actually the publisher. Think about this from a publisher's perspective. It's their job to handle release dates and manage development teams, which in return means that if they see a game that is struggling during development, it's their job to handle it, whether that's by a delay, adding more developers, or adding more resources. But in Sonic Origins' case, it looks like they didn't really handle it correctly. They just pushed it out the door. I mean, we can see this entire issue with publishers and developers with what Stealth has come out with today. If you don't know who Stealth is, he is a developer of Sonic Mania and the lead developer of Sonic 3 and Knuckles port in Sonic Origins. He broke silence today to vent his frustrations with the state of Sonic Origins. This is what he had to say. This is frustrating. I won't lie and say that there wasn't issues in what we gave to Sega, but what is in Origins is also not what we turned in. Integration introduced some wild bugs that conventional logic would have one believe were our responsibility. A lot of them aren't. Regarding Origins, we were outsiders creating a separate project that was wrangled into something entirely different. We knew that going in there would be a major time crunch, and we worked ourselves into the ground to meet it, just so this would be made and released. Again, I can take responsibility for me and my team's mistakes, and there were some. Some actual mistakes, some overlooking, some rush jobs, some stuff we noticed but weren't allowed to correct near the end. It's absolutely not perfect, and some of it is from us. It's complicated. I'm extremely proud of my team for their performance under such pressure, but every one of us is unhappy about the state of Sonic Origins and even the Sonic 3 component. We weren't too thrilled about its pre-submission state either, but a lot was beyond our control. We asked to do major fixes near submission, but weren't allowed due to submission and approval rules. We asked about delays early repeatedly, but were told that they were not possible. We offered to come back for post-release fixes and updates. We do not know if this is happening yet. We want these problems to be addressed. We provided a ton of feedback during and after for both Origins and its Sonic 3 integration. We've done a good chunk of work after our work term was over to fix things, support Sega, and prepare for future updates. Now, that is what Stealth had to say about the entire situation of the Sonic Origins fiasco, but of course, none of this has to be true. All of this could be false for all we know. Stealth could be lying through his teeth just to make up excuse for why Sonic 3 is not in the best of conditions. But judging how this game was released and how previous Sonic games have been released, I wouldn't say that's out of the realm of possibility by any means. And even if he was lying, I feel like it would be naive to believe that this type of scenario doesn't take place with Sonic games. To me, it looks like Sonic has been suffering from severe crunch and terrible deadlines for a while now, and Sonic Origins is just another product of this harmful practice that's been done countless times. But thankfully, for now, it's just Sonic Origins. Again, Sonic Origins has a few bugs, but nothing too extreme that makes it unplayable. Unless you're on PC, of course. But the main game itself is still a good collection to its core. But the scary thing about this is, what happens when the next Sonic game doesn't have a good structure? Like Sonic Origins, it's still a fun collection because the classic Sonic games are amazing and having them in widescreen is just bliss. But what's going to happen when Sega releases a Sonic game that doesn't have something to help carry it? I hate to say this, but Sonic Origins might be an early sign of what's to come in future Sonic games, or even Sonic Frontiers. We can sit here all day and believe Sega has changed for the better, but if they're still rushing out projects like Sonic Origins, how can we trust them to not do the same with Sonic Frontiers? I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's a serious question. For some reason, we have this negative stigma towards people who are skeptical or want things to change with certain games before release, but when you have a game series that keeps making these same mistakes, it's hard to not expect the same mistakes to happen again. Now, hopefully, Sega listens to the fans and patches up a lot of issues that Sonic Origins is suffering from, because this collection certainly does not suffer from unfixable issues. The issues with Sonic Origins is a list of very minor stuff that can be fixed through a few patches. The chances of that happening and actually working is slim, but either way, I'm going to keep playing Sonic Origins and hope that Sonic Frontiers turns out differently. Also, before I end the video, I'm never titling a video worth it ever again. That phrase is cursed, but still, if you're on console, if I were you, I would still buy the game, but I don't have the right to say that anymore. I'm never titling a video worth it ever again. So that's all I gotta say. I love you guys. Adios. My chum members are Boysco, Orion Pax, Snicks, Ethan K78, Johnny on Rings, Epic Gaming with George, Sonic Man 1015, Storm, ArchXYZ, Sonic Up, Thomas One Ride, Chip Chop Chop, Scape, Sonic Pip, The Squeaker Nerd, Subchecks, Boom, Sonic Extreme, and Super Saiyan Sonic. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Make sure to click one of the videos in the end card. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Peace out.